So I'll share with you one of the stories that I heard in this. Is it still going, by the way, Chaim? So this was a story told by Menachem Yunik. Menachem Yunik, so his father, Beryl Yunik, very precious, special Chassid, lived in Montreal, right? Didn't he for all the time? Huh? Anyway, so Beryl Yunik worked in the Rebbe's house, very closely with the Rebbe and the Rebbetzin, they're kind of a shamish. So this is his son that has many, many stories of conversations with the Rebbetzin and so on. But this is actually a story that's not related to being involved in at the house, but something that he was right there when it occurred. And basically it's this. Purim Cotton, so the day after Purim, Shushan Purim, the day after Purim is a pretty quiet day in 770. So every year, on that day, it was the custom of the son, the Rosh Yeshivas of 770 in those days was Rabbi Pekarsky. He wasn't the Lubavitcher, he was a Sochet Shova Chassid, because he was, in essence, the Rebbe's Chassid. He was the Rebbe's Rav after Rabbi Dvorkin passed away. I think he has only one son, and his son is a Ger Chassid who lives in Borough Park, and he teaches in the Ger Talmud Torah. So his son, if only the Rosh Yeshiva's son, would bring his Talmidim to the Rebbe every year, Shushan Purim, his class. We're talking 10, 11-year-old kids. And he would time it. I didn't catch when the Rebbe was either coming or going, but they would see the Rebbe. And so he's watching this thing. He said the Kinderlach, the big Ger Yamalkus and the Payas. So they're all lined up there. And the Rebbe is giving them all money for tzedakah, which is the Rebbe's custom. Children, this was in the later years, it says every day that he came and left, 770, if there were children lined up, and often they were, each one would get a coin to give to tzedakah. So one of the kids is the son of the teacher, which means he's the grandson of the Rosh Yeshiva. So he says, and all his friends hear this, he's very proud that, and he says, of course in Yiddish, that ich bin ein Einikel von Rav Pekarsky, the Rosh Yeshiva. Now, what does the kid obviously mean? That he's YICHUS. He is YICHUS. He's the grandson of the Rosh Yeshiva. So he said that was very serious. It wasn't not with a very smiley face, but very serious. He said in Yiddish, he said, "In alle bnei Avraham, Yitzchak veYaakov." We are all the children of Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, and he gave him his coin, and then the next kid, and so it went. End of story. So the obvious beautiful message here is in this split moment that not he should feel that he's any different, and not the other boys should feel that they are any less. They're all together. They all heard the Rebbe say this. We are all Avram, children of Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov. In many ways, these little stories, the whole essence is expressed in. He was there. Menachem Yunik was right there and heard the whole thing. He was that close because of whatever. He was just part of the working in the office, whatever. Menachem, saying the son. His son told the story the other night. I lost track of time completely. I'm just saying that to add something up Chassidic. Chassidic explains that the etzem is revealed in a detail, not in the big moment, not in the big moment, and not in the deep expressions of the self. It's in the small gestures, the small, immediate, almost unconscious gestures that expresses who you are and where you really are. The other things you're in control of, so you can, which you have to be, we can contrive it and gauge the situation, respond, as we said, through a cheshbon, going back to the previous maimer. But when you touch with etzem nefesh, then the natural expressions are all appropriate. But I'm saying something a little bit different. That's dafka in the small details that the etzem is expressed. in the endless stories about the Rebbe, etc. It's often in just a little encounter where everything is said to you, what a Yid is, what a Neshama is. This is also true, B'chal, that's why in mitzvahs, in the observance of mitzvahs, of course, there's the general mitzvah, the general observance, but the detail that's filmed, the detail that's davening, the detail that you invest, that's where the whole etzem comes out. A home, it's in those furnishings that are just appear to be extraneous. It's not functional, but you put it here. She bought it. That's what it doesn't say anything really. It was to be a beautiful home without it, and then, but no, it's in these small, extraneous pratim that the whole etzem of what a home means is expressed there. Life's in the details. Love is in the details. So, in the small expressions. Likewise, the story we just shared. Have a wonderful day. Mitzvah Shem, see everybody tomorrow at 8:30.